Buzz starts right now with Alex Kendall, Jason Matheson, and Keith Marler.
If you are like Jason and you've had enough snow and you want to get away.
This is it. This is the segment for you.
That's right. You know, a New Year's resolution maybe that a lot of us would like to come true, to travel more. Get out of town.
Get out of here. And if you're planning a vacation, why not visit one of the 5 hot destinations for 2011? Joining us live from New York with some great deals for top spots is Travelzoo travel expert Gabe Saglier. Hey, Gabe.
Morning, guys. Good to be with you.
Good to be with you. Now, our first destination, we have a lot to get to, and we want to let's start right away. The first destination is Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. We've heard some bad press about Mexico in the last year. Is this area safe?
Well, certainly, you're absolutely right. There's an image issue that Mexico's having to deal with, and there is a travel warning in effect issued by the U.S. Department of State, relegated, though, primarily to border towns. I would stay away from border towns, but really when you look at the Yucatan Peninsula, Riviera Maya, Cancun, considered the #1 safety spot in Mexico, and all the stories we're hearing from travelers coming back are all great, stories, no problems. So this is a safety destination as far as Mexico is concerned, and Mexico is really pushing to become a top 5 international destination in the next decade. They're currently #10, and the way they're doing that really is by pushing some fantastic deals out of primarily the Yucatan Peninsula, maybe Baja California. For example, there is a package out of Minneapolis, St. Paul to Cancun, 5 days at a newly opened 4-star resort called the Villa del Palmar, all-inclusive property, so all you can eat, do, drink is included. They've got 2 pools with butlers, mind you. $779 for a getaway over the winter months, and then come summer, all these prices will drop 50% or more. So I think we'll start to see some really great bargains, certainly in 2011 and perhaps beyond, out of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Like that one.
Okay, let's move on to the next destination is Bermuda. So are you seeing more deals to Bermuda these days?
Yeah, well, Bermuda's always had, obviously, some great sex appeal as far as travelers are concerned, but 2 things are going on there. One, the cruise lines are getting very competitive. Carnival, Holland America, Royal Caribbean, they're either increasing the routes they're doing to Bermuda or putting larger ships on these routes, and that increased competition will bring cruise prices down, and of course, airfare is becoming more competitive as well. A couple of quick examples. A Fairmont Southampton Resort in Bermuda, beautiful AAA 4-diamond resort. They've just dropped their rates for winter travel from $300 a night to $129. And they'll even throw a free room upgrade with that. And if you want to do a cruise, several port options out of the East Coast: Boston, New York, Charleston, Baltimore. Out of New York City, the Norwegian Gem has several sailings this year for as little as $4.99 for an 8-day, 7-night cruise. That comes out to about $72 a day. You're anchored in Bermuda for several days. To do Bermuda much cheaper than $72 a day, which includes your meals and all your entertainment on board, would be tough to do.
Let's talk Vegas, Gabe. What are the deals?
Well, Vegas continues to be an amazing deal destination. We had Vegas on our list last year. We had to put it again this year. In the last 12 months, 9,000 new rooms have opened on the Strip. That just means extra competition. Price is extremely low. Right now, the Planet Hollywood, over the winter months, you can stay at the Planet Hollywood for $145 for 3 nights. So amazing deals there. All the shows discounted in Vegas as well.
Okay, and next is a place might surprise people, still growing in popularity, is Iceland.
Well, Iceland got on people's travel radar last year after the big volcano ash hoopla that caused travel havoc globally. But projections are that travel to Iceland will increase 20% this year through really nice deals. And, of course, in June, Delta Airlines will start service out of New York to Iceland, including a lot of connections, obviously, out of Minneapolis, St. Paul. That should bring prices down even more. But right now, out of New York or Boston, you can get a 4-day package with airfare to Iceland, tour of the famous Blue Lagoon, and a whole bunch of extra 4-star accommodations for $689 for the total package. And again, once we get Delta doing some service out to Iceland, I think prices will continue to drop on the airfare and the vacation front as well.
Maybe you can get a deal if you can pronounce the name of the volcano.
Yeah,
I'm still trying. Don't make me do it. Still trying, yeah.
Gabe, we have about 30 seconds. California's Central Coast, what are the deals?
Well, culinary travel continues to gain some ground. People are familiar with Napa, Sonoma, Northern California wine country, but we put Central California wine country on the list. World-class wines that are places like Santa Barbara, San Ynez, San Luis Obispo, beautiful coastal towns. You've got the beach there, but you've got world-class wine. And, of course, staying there and touring this wine country, a fraction of the cost than if you did Napa, Sonoma. Very accessible from San Francisco or Los Angeles. So I think that if you want to do a culinary getaway to California this year, consider Central California because it'll give you great wine and plenty of bang for your buck.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Gabe Saglier.
You bet.
From the Travelzoo. Thanks for joining us with great ideas.
For more information on the deals Gabe just talked about this morning, go to travelzoo.com/Minneapolis.